What's going on, guys? Welcome to the ER Therapist channel. My name is Eddie, and today we're going to talk about boundaries and maybe a mistake you're making that you don't even know.
Will you be right?
All right, everyone's heard of boundaries. Everyone's heard how you need to have them to have healthy relationships, not only in your personal life, not only in your professional life, but just in general. Boundaries and being able to say no, that's not okay, will help you live a better life versus just saying yes all the time and just allowing people to encroach in your world, right? I found working with my clients, there's this one mistake that people make when trying to implement healthy boundaries. There's a lot of you out there that are people pleasers, and you all make this mistake all the time. And I really want to address this to you all, but anybody can benefit from this and anybody can make this simple mistake. Now, when you think about boundaries, you think about the element of actually just telling that person that's not okay, right? Let's identify that as the physical aspect of it, the actual behavior, just saying, no, I'm not okay with that. And to build up to that, many people have trouble doing that, especially if you're a people pleaser or a very agreeable person, and especially if that's tied with some sort of, insecurity or low self-esteem. People pleasing is going to lead the way for you. Now, the first aspect, like I said, is the physical aspect or the behavior. No, that's not okay. And to build up to that, that's a lot. But there's a second aspect that many people that have trouble creating boundaries often make. And that's the psychological aspect. That's the emotional aspect. So let's just say that someone is wanting to ask you to make them a favor, or, hey, can you take care of my dogs, right? Can you house sit for me? And this has been going on for quite some time. You often will say, you know what? No, it's not okay. But then you start feeling guilty and you start thinking, man, am I a bad person for not doing that? Are they going to think of me a certain way because I said no to them and they were relying on me? Am I being a bad friend? This is that emotional, psychological part of the boundary. There's two parts to it, right? The physical or behavioral part, but then the actual psychological part. And if you're not going to be able to implement both, there's no point in creating the boundary. Might as well just have done the favor and felt good about it and just feel another type of way versus trying to create a boundary and then pretending that you're creating healthy boundaries. But in fact, you need to create a boundary within yourself to not allow your mind to go to that place. So there's two aspects to boundaries, guys. It's the physical or behavioral part and the emotional or psychological part. You got to have both to create healthy boundaries. If you only have one, it's not going to work. Your boundaries are not going to be effective. You're probably going to be even more miserable than not having any boundaries, I think, or equally miserable. Anyhow, it's a quick tip I wanted to give you. It's simple. A lot of people make this mistake, and pay attention to how you implement your boundaries and see if you're making that mistake that most people make when setting those boundaries. Are you implementing the two-piece boundary system? Are you implementing the boundaries in a healthy way where you implement the behavioral or physical aspect of it and the emotional and psychological aspect of it? That's all I got. I wanted to share that with you. I hope you're doing well. And remember, ego isn't your amigo.